Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to What Would Jude and Lily Do?
That's our name.
Yep.
Okay, you
That's
have to
us.
open your drink.
That's Jude.
I'm Jude. This is
me,
Lily.
Today I'll be enjoying a Pacifico.
And I have a limerita. Okay, I feel like
Both are fab.
How close do we need to be to the
What is
thing?
that?
What was that? Was that like a sunspot?
A ghost.
Was it something in the air or was it like on the screen?
It was like a thumbs down.
What are you talking about?
Like a little bubble.
Okay, so limerita. When I was in college, I used to work at a bar kind of far from my house, and I would stop and get a tall boy limerita with a straw and walk home every single day. I don't think I've had a limerita since college, so this is pretty good. Like, not as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, go ahead.
8%, baby.
Taylor's driving home. We are at the mountain. We just skied all day. Not all day.
So gorgeous. All morning.
All morning. You know, girls gotta fit it in where they can fit it in.
We got here early. We put in some time. Yeah, that is good. Mm-hmm. Welcome to our bestie podcast.
So Lily and I were friends for a while. Okay, we've been friends for a while, and then we lived together in college, and we tried to start a podcast in college called Bitch and Brew or Buzz and Brew or something, where we
something like that
would talk about pop culture and then rate beer. Rate a different beer. We were really into like craft beer, like 9 to 11% beer. Foreshadowing.
Try in being the operative word there. In that, so I think we did record one episode.
We got too drunk and we never hit record. So we spent the whole podcast yapping, got blasted,
and
on the couch. Never hit record. Probably good thing. Never thought about it again.
It would be funny to listen to now, but
yeah, it doesn't.
But
exist.
Definitely didn't need to see the light of YouTube.
No,
for sure.
So awkward, you guys. This is super awkward.
We're in a parking lot. We're in the lodge parking lot on a box
with microphones.
Public.
One of my resolutions for 2026 was to start creating more unashamedly and just putting things out there that, I don't know, just not being embarrassed of what you're putting out there. I feel like it's so embarrassing to create content, or girl.
Why does he keep doing that? Boo you!
You guys are just gonna have to roll with it. It's so embarrassing. It feels so embarrassing when you start making content to really put yourself out there, especially if you're like talking about your life, and it can just feel embarrassing. You guys know that. So that was my goal this year. One of my resolutions was to just create more content, and I feel like we just thought about revisiting this idea. Mm-hmm. And we're just in such a different part of our lives now, and I'm a mom, and yeah, I gave birth in July. I'm a mom. Yes, that's my son, Cricket, and I live with my boyfriend in a small town outside of the city, and you can go.
And I graduated college like almost 2 years ago now. I've got a big girl job now, living in the city.
We are also coworkers.
Yes,
I just work remote.
We both work for an immigration attorney.
Yeah. I do bookkeeping and the admin remote, and then Lily.
And then I'm a paralegal. Yeah, and our last attempt was just very haphazard and drunk, and I think we have
the idea maybe was more good.
To say. Right, the idea was good. The idea was there, but the execution was
not there.
Not quite there, so.
And I feel like we both love bestie podcasts. I feel like those are the best podcasts to just giggle and hear inside jokes and funny conversations, and
totally
not that deep. Those are my favorite podcasts to listen to. So we were like, well, we are so insanely funny. We're beautiful. We have the best sense of humor. We're so smart. Like,
who's gonna argue?
Anybody would love to watch us. So
yeah,
we thought it would just be doing justice to the world to put this out here.
You all should be so blessed.
Let's do a chug break. I need some liquid courage. A lot of people could relate to the fact that, you know, when you graduate college, we both went to college at the same time. We were roommates in college, and then how completely different your life can be from your best friend in your 20s. Like, obviously, I had an unplanned pregnancy. I'm a mom now. I'm, like, in it. And you literally have no idea what's going to be like.
I'm going to go to the club later.
But you're a professional and you're like completely prioritizing different things in your life. And,
totally. And like,
but we still have all these like
work.
memories of, you know, these crazy times. I think a lot of like girls and women in their 20s could relate to, you know, having other besties in your 20s that are in different eras of their life.
Right. This time of life is like everybody's doing such different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we actually met again as coworkers.
Yes.
At an Ace Hardware in Portland.
Deep northeast Portland.
Yeah.
No. Inner northeast Portland.
Right.
So like
the Hollywood location, if you're familiar with the area.
No, Broadway location.
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
Broadway.
So like Lloyd Center, if you know Portland, you know.
I live in Southeast.
Yeah, we were working at the Lloyd Center Ace Hardware, across from the 7-Eleven, right off the I-5. So
that was definitely an adventure.
It was COVID.
My best friend from high school had been working there while they were home for winter break.
Mm-hmm.
And Jude started like 2 days before me, and my best friend from high school was like, this really cute girl just started. I think you guys are going to be friends.
Why did you start there? Or like, why did you... Because we both were in college in different states. I was in Arizona, you were in Boston. We moved home for COVID, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like COVID. We both normally did restaurant jobs and like could not find shit in the restaurants. And it was like, damn, we really are working at Ace Hardware right now.
Yeah, I actually was working at Fred Meyer's as a clickless shopper and like getting screamed at all the time and kind of hating my life. And my friend was like, oh, I'm leaving. There's a spot open.
Yeah.
If you want my job at Ace. On our like second day working together.
We were cute girls working at Ace Hardware. That Ace, I will say, was all teenagers and like college kids. So it was actually like pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
The like coworkers were pretty fun. But yeah, it was like our second day working together. We were like, okay, we're gonna be friends. And I remember you were just telling me all about your breast reduction that you were about to get, and I was like,
it was imminent.
And we were doing like price changes when you know, get all the changes for the prices, and you have to go around and like re-tag all of the shelves. Oh god. And then our
down
boss,
aisle 10.
So Lauren, we'll say, she was something.
Alias.
Yes, Alias. She was this like 5'4", thick, like
thick spitfire of a woman.
Like middle-aged. She was Meemaw. Like if you could imagine what Meemaw is, that was her, and she was feisty.
Lauren was killing it. She had every single day roller.
Yeah.
Like dolly blowout.
Yes. Skinty jeans.
Skinty jeans.
We're doing these price changes, and we turn down the aisle.
Aisle 10. I remember.
What do we see?
Let me paint a picture. A man, penis, smushed under pantyhose.
Pants at ankles.
Pants at the knees.
Pantyhose, really tight pantyhose. Why? I don't know. No boxers. Penis smushed.
Definitely no warmth being provided either.
Penis smushed flat against thigh.
After that, we were in it together.
We go, Lauren, come here. And she turns this corner.
We're
you better get the fuck out of here. And she fucking kicks this guy out, and he scurries away and puts his pants on. She was like, you do not treat my girls like this. We were literally like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was also the type of job where we all walked around with little headsets.
Yes. And it was, I will say,
so
if you know Portland.
Penis on aisle 10. Penis on aisle 10.
Flaccid pressed penis. And it was inner Lloyd District. You know, if you know Portland, the houseless situation there is present.
Yeah, present and I mean depressing.
So that job was just intense. It
when
was
you're
a lot
not like
every day.
Getting flushed.
Why?
We really could do like an entire 2 hours.
Okay. So that was how we met. And we became besties through that job, through the trauma of working at Ace Hardware in Lloyd District. And the rest is history.
Truly.
Okay. Drink break.
Okay.
So, funniest memory. What do you want to start? Funniest memory with each other. This was a hard one.
We've got so many.
It was hard because a lot of them were reflecting back traumatic and not funny.
Right. To other people might sound traumatic, but at the time was hysterically funny. We were having a great time.
Like, I didn't even think about it until we were kind of talking about it, and I was like, oh no, that's not good.
That's not good.
We can't say that.
Or was like,
we can't talk about it.
Maybe not appropriate.
Yeah. Not appropriate for a mother to be talking about. So, this one's PG. Okay,
yeah.
What's yours? You want to start?
No, you start with Austin.
What's yours? In 2022, I was really into biking, I guess. I didn't have a car. I lived in Eugene, and I was really into biking and drinking.
Well, and we were drunk, so we're thinking, driving on a bike is better than you would think would be less destructive.
So, but all we wanted to do, we were pre-gaming to go out to the frats, and all we wanted to do, I was going to go bike down the street to go get a Red Bull with my bestie. So we get on our little bike, and we start biking. We make it, half a block? And I...
turned the corner.
Front somersault over a car, and break the windshield of the car, simultaneously break my jaw and my nose, and,
we spent a long time in the hospital.
Yes. Yeah, so then break my jaw, break my nose. This is September 26th. And I think we had plans to go to Austin City Limits on October 2nd. So, yeah.
There was a little bit more. There was
No, I think it was October 2nd. October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th or something like that. It was 1 week.
And the accident was at the end of September,
September 26th is when it was literally 1 week, and my jaw was broken, wires in my jaw.
Not advised.
So we were shit, what the hell are we gonna do? I will say I made a comeback, but we were what the hell are we gonna do? We tried to find, to see if we could get ADA tickets at this festival, somehow.
No go.
Because, it's a festival, you're in a crowd, and I had a broken nose and jaw. But no, we couldn't. So we decided to go.
We canceled the hotel, though. We were not going to go.
Did we have a hotel?
We did have a hotel. We canceled the hotel, but the flights were non-refundable.
And the tickets were non-refundable to Austin.
Right, and of course.
So we just decided to go. So we fly out there, and I'm 1 week post breaking my jaw. And we went to this festival, and I think that was one of the funniest memories, because in all the photos my face is just swollen. I think I still had my stitches in my lip because I had cut my lip, and we basically at all the shows would ask, Austin City Limits, pretty fratty. We would ask all these kind of
but also so nice. Everyone was so nice.
But we asked all these kind of dudes around us. We'd be like, "Oh, I just broke my jaw. Can you please make sure no one bumps into me?" And every show they'd be like, "Don't go near her."
You had a wall.
We had private bouncers all around us. Yeah, it was that. I think was the funniest memory, going to Austin together.
A true bonding.
That close post. I would never do that now. So that was definitely my funniest memory. What was yours? You go.
So at Austin City Limits, we closed the weekend out with Duran Duran, and definitely Girls on Film was a standout. A couple years later, maybe a year or two later, we went to see Duran Duran at the Moda Center in Portland, and we're pretty far back. It's getting to the end of the show. We're surely they're gonna play Girls on Film at the end. We need to be.
I do not remember this, by the way. No recollection.
Jude might be hearing this for the first time right now.
I am.
So we're
one thing I do remember is that we DM'd them. I DM'd them.
Yes.
My friend has big tits. Can we hang out? Can we hang out after the show? My friend has big tits.
So we got
in their 70s.
They were keeping it tight. They all wear white skinny jeans, by the way. Huge light shows. We're okay, we need to be in the pit.
The pit.
Which was, the pit was all over 50.
Yeah.
So we run down the aisle at the Moda Center, hopped the little barrier, waited till the security guard was walking forwards, hopped it at the back.
Do not remember this.
And we saw Girls on Film. We're shoved into this aisle next to these old people. We're scoot the fuck over. It's all seated. It's not a pit. It's all seated. So there was nowhere for us to go.
Again, Duran Duran.
Right. Again, Duran Duran. All over 55, I'll say. And we saw Girls on Film, and then we were spotted by the security guard, and we both saw locked eyes with him, tried to play it off, obviously wasn't working, and we're run! And so we ran out, jumped off back over the barrier, ran out of the Moda, just kept running. I don't think.
But then we did look up on Reddit, where do artists at the Moda Center leave the show, and we tried
this was Jude. We're in some random parking lot underneath the Moda, and Jude's this is really gonna come out. This is really gonna come out.
We're gonna meet Duran Duran. 45
I
minutes.
guess DM'd them. My friend has bitches. Can we hang out? That part was news to me.
Really?
That's
super funny. Okay, now I feel like that's enough about blurbing about us. Now I think let's get into our Q&As about friendships in general. So this is like, I don't know, I feel like we're both pretty good friends. We have lots of friends. I think this is like, I don't know. And then I guess being in your mid-20s, you go through so many friendships and you learn so many things about friendship, and yeah.
Okay, the first question that we had was, what is like a red flag when you're making a new friend?
Okay, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
My red flag that
the beer is like
bubbly.
not conducive to speaking into a microphone, I fear.
Okay, so this is my red flag, and it is because this has proven correct to me twice. Maybe more. When I become friends with a new girl and she is like, oh, I just like don't get along with girls, or I have no friends from my prior, life, huge red flag to me. I feel like every single time I've been like, okay, yeah, like, you're so fun, you are like, normally I feel like they're super addicting and like really fun to be around, like kind of obsessive, and you're like, wow, this is like I'm having so much fun with you, like I feel like we get along so well, and then give it 3 months and then like something will happen that you're like, oh, that's why you don't have any friends. Every single time I have like become friends, I obviously can't talk about the specific circumstances, but I've really been burned by girls multiple times where I've been like, take myself on a limb, put myself on a limb. What the what?
That sounds right.
Put a limb out.
Went out on a limb.
Went out on a limb to become friends and like bring them into my life and whatever, and I've just gotten burned. And I'm like very, very cautious about that now.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Kind of you touched on it, but like when you're becoming friends with someone and like everything is happening on their terms, like they're always like, it's like very whirlwind, and
it's almost like love bombing. I feel like love bombing in friendship is not
very real,
talked about enough. It's almost like, okay, you can keep going, but I'll like touch on this in a minute.
I think like if the plans are always like ones that they're doing and like anything you're suggesting is like or just like kind of brushed, right? Yeah, and it's like all on their terms. That I think is like a red flag to how the rest of the friendship might go, and that's not sustainable. So
it's because like they have time, or you have time for them, and you, even if you like don't have time, I feel like always those are friendships where like you're overextending yourself to be friends with someone. What I was gonna say was, it's almost like the love bombing thing when you, sometimes I feel like girls will think of you as like a boyfriend, or like you fill that void of like a boyfriend in their life for a little bit, and they like, I've had that experience where like they expect boyfriend things out of me, and I'm like, totally, oh wait, no, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, no,
you have to earn significant other status even with a friend.
Totally. So our next question is, what would be your best advice for making friends in 2026?
I think that, I don't know if this is specific to 2026, but it's something I'm going to be working on this year, is just
in
like
the spirit of resolutions and like the new year.
Right.
If you're looking to make new friends.
Right. You might not, which kind of...
Everyone is. I am.
Yeah, I think everyone is, but sometimes when you're trying to make new friends, it can seem like not everyone is.
Yeah.
And that everybody already has friends and
totally
doesn't need new ones, and you're like a weirdo loner, and how did you end up like that? But I think it's important to just keep reaching out and keep putting yourself out there. Oh my god.
Sorry.
That was hysterical.
Sorry to interrupt. Go
on. Yeah, just to keep...
If you're listening, I dribbled.
You're right.
Onto the floor.
Some limerita fell out of her mouth.
Onto the floor.
She looked... She had a headache on her face. As you might be.
Yeah, so when you feel like people around you are... Especially when I feel like you leave college. I felt like I only lived in Portland for a little bit after graduating from UG, and I felt that a lot. Like,
Well, and
just
I've heard
trying to meet new people.
Yeah, and I've heard. I mean, we're from Portland, so I have my friends.
That's
in Portland.
really our only adult experience, I guess, is Portland and the Pacific Northwest, which I think has its own vibe.
Yeah, and I've heard from a lot of people that moving to Portland, it's very like cliquey, and this is like an issue that people have moving there. But I think just like putting yourself out there, like maybe being kind of weird and being okay with that, and just continuing to reach out. Like if you meet someone that you think is cool and you think, like, just don't be self-conscious about like asking them to hang out, asking what they're doing with their friends, like if you can join that plan. Just continuing to push your comfort zone, because making new friends is scary.
What do you think about making friends with a friend group? Because I feel like that was kind of what you made a lot of your friends now. You kind of met through one person in that friend group.
Yeah.
You kind of met through one person in that friend group, and then I would say you're friends with all of them individually now.
Yeah, so but it is hard.
Yeah.
Like,
it's also a boundary of like making sure that the person that introduced you to the friend group doesn't feel like
wants you to be there.
Yeah, or like doesn't feel like it's, you know, everyone's been through that when you're like, wait, I introduced you, like why are you hanging out without me? There's like a finesse to doing that.
Totally.
So that's part of it too. It's like if you meet someone and you think their friends are cool, like steal their friends.
Totally. Yeah. Become friends with their friends.
Become friends with their friends.
I just feel like with that, like,
that's just how it goes.
You just have to have situational awareness. Like,
yeah.
If you're like kind of a dunce,
cringy and weird,
and maybe that's why you don't have any, maybe you should expand.
Maybe you're a big loser.
Maybe you should get cooler.
Yeah. My advice, which is how I made basically all of my friends before I made my current group of friends. I was friends with everybody I was friends with from high school, and moved away, went to college, moved back to Oregon, lived with all my friends from like sophomore year of high school. So love them, love you guys. I know you might watch this, hopefully.
You better. Also now my friends join that friend group too.
Yes. But I had a really hard time like branching out and making new friends. And my advice would be, if possible, to start a part-time job, even 1 or 2 days a week at somewhere that you like that's not your career job. So before, when I was working as an architect, I was working 1 day a week at a bar, just Friday nights, and I met Andrea, which I'll blur her name. But she ended up being, she's like literally my older sister now. I love her so much. And then I moved to the Gorge, and I started working at Mount Hood Meadows, and now I work, you know, I have my bookkeeping job, but I work 1 day a week up here, and it's like such a good way to maintain your community. And I think nowadays, when we've like lost a third space in a lot of ways, work is really kind of the only way. Okay, I don't go out obviously, and I don't do that stuff anymore, but like that's how I make friends now, and that's how I see my friends a lot of the time is work. So if possible, like go down to 30 hours a week, pick up one shift at somewhere you like, something that like is interesting to you. If it's like a bar, if it's a library, if it's a ski resort,
a yarn
store,
a bead store,
literally anything artistic. If it's even volunteering somewhere that you think is like super cool, I think that's the best way to meet people. I
think also being open to like friends that might not be like what you imagined.
That's the best part about coworkers, is it's like, yeah, it's like you're not out at a bar and you're judging them. It's like you really get to know each other, almost like unintentionally, or because you really have no other choice. You're just working together, and you might, you know, like curate friendships in ways that you didn't know. Oh, and then one other thing is, I'm dealing with this right now, so I might not have the best advice, but making friends as a mom. I recently tried to go to the library story time. Snaps. Haven't met any friends, but I am really trying to get out there and meet friends as a mom. So if I make some friends, I'll let you guys know when I make friends.
Share with the class.
Yeah.
Okay,
friends.
I think that kind of ties into like supporting a friend postpartum.
Preamble a little bit. Okay, so I'm like for sure the first of actually anybody I know to have a baby, really. I know like some people at the mountain where I work, but it's really, you know, their kids are like older. I was the first of our friends to really have a baby, and I think like probably a lot of people in their 20s are like, holy shit, my friend just had a fucking baby, and how do I even be there for her? So yeah, I feel like that's a good question. I have a few things. The first one, talk about something that's not the baby. it's like so hard because I feel like
I want to talk about the baby.
You want to talk
I'm
about
obsessed with him.
You think like, okay, that's what's going on in your life. Like in any other friendship, relationship, you're like, oh, you got a new job. Let me talk about this. I don't know, like you're starting a new craft. Like anything you want to talk about, what you have seen the person posting about, or you know that person's interested. But like 10 minutes for baby, the rest of the time, like talk about Real Housewives, talk about your like relationship drama, like anything that can take this new mom out of the world of babyhood. That was my first one. My next one is give them space at first. So I feel like when you have a baby, the first month, everyone's like, what can I bring you? Can I come clean your house? Can I bring you food? Can I, like, let me come eat the baby, blah, blah. And then it's like,
as if I've had a baby. I don't know.
But second month, it drops off and you're like, wait, no, I'm still here. And like now I've settled a little bit. I'm not like bleeding every single day. And I like, you know what I mean? Like things are settling a little bit and you're like, wait, no, I'm here now. Like, and everyone's kind of like moved on with their lives and you're like, wait, no, like, please help me.
Yeah, come back.
And I think that would be my best advice, especially if you're a friend. Leave the first month to family and then be there for that second, third, beyond, because I think that's when it really gets hard, is like 6 weeks post, especially if, you know, you're in the US and the husband goes back to work. So my boyfriend went back to work at 2 weeks and I was like, all I wanted was my friends to be like, I'll come over and I'll help you out for a little bit, because when you're left alone with the baby at first, it's so scary. So second one would be being there when, like, you know, the adrenaline of the whole thing kind of wears off.
Totally.
And then my last one is offering to come over for like an hour or two. And I feel like pre-baby, I was like, let's hang out all day. We're going to get breakfast. We're going to watch TV all day. We're going to have a sleepover, blah, blah, blah. And then I think it's hard when you're postpartum. You're like, I have 1 hour of social time and your baby is like up for 30 minutes and then down for 2 hours. And it's like, really having a friend that is okay with just coming over for an hour. I'll bring you coffee, I will yap with you, and then I'm out, and I'm not going to put any pressure on you that you have to tell me to leave your space. That's
Totally.
really important, just being like in and out. Yeah, those are my 3.
All great advice.
What would yours be?
I was going to say, I think like offering to go over and do things with the baby, like take the baby, so that I would come over and just hold him on the couch and we would hang out.
People feel differently about that, because some women say that they want people to come over and clean for them and do the things so that they can hold the baby. I did not have that experience.
And you told me, like, I just want to knit, so I would just come over and take Cricket on a walk, or
out of the house is a big one.
Yeah,
if the mom's comfortable with that,
right? So that the mom can do something without having like a parasite.
And for me, cleaning was like my escape, or cooking. And so I know that a lot of people don't relate to that. So obviously just like communication, but I totally think that being available where you need it and like asking, where do you need me?
Right.
Like where, like how can I help you? That's best. And
not assuming, because
everyone's so different. Like I know a lot of moms are like, don't touch my baby, do all the dishes. And I was like, hold this fucking baby, I want to do the dishes.
Oh, I didn't.
What is your best advice for going from coworker to friend to like real life bestie friend?
One, you should ask to hang out, and you should ask if they drink to go get shit faced with them.
It is what it is.
Worked for us. We went and got totally freaking hammered on margaritas and bought $10 guac, and it was fab.
It's kind of the way.
It's like such an icebreaker.
Such an early 20s things to say, but
I know, but even now, I still feel like that stands.
Yeah. Like every coworker,
obviously now, like if we met now, it would be different, because
I would still be like, let's go get a drink. Like that's just is what it is. And like even if you don't drink, like I feel like a bar is a safe space to just exist, and like
I think it like makes it, and not like, well, we kind of went to a fancy bar.
That was because it was COVID. And COVID. We couldn't really go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And also because we were not 21 and they accepted fakes. Yeah. So.
Illegal.
Yes, that was why.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, but I think just like getting a little bit tipsy with someone, like you're like walls of how to, like, be proper and put on your best face, and you, like, kind of just stop overthinking, like, if you're being cool enough.
And you can be, like, a little bit embarrassed. You're like, whoa, that was crazy. Right. Like, you're just comfortable on a whole new level with someone when you have, like, gotten a little shit face with them. This may be horrible advice. Like,
I'm standing by it. And maybe that is, like, not an answer that is, like, expected, but everyone is, like, so clean girl. So
too
like,
clean girl.
Yeah, like, it's okay to get drunk, and it's a real equalizer.
I will say, do not listen to this advice if you're in a professional position and this person is higher up in their professional position than you. Do not get shit-faced at the office party. Don't embarrass yourself.
Say, don't do this with someone that you don't truly want to be friends with.
Yes, that's true, because at the office party you might be like, let's go out, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, why did we do that? No, I'm, like, talking about this girl. You're like, shit, she's so cool. How do we be friends? Like, I really want to be friends with her. Whatever. I want to steal her friend group.
Also, like, just go get one cocktail. Maybe it turns into 3.
Yes.
Now you're
shit-faced and trauma bonded.
Yeah.
Did you see that TikTok where she's like, I went to the office party and I got so trashed and my coworkers came home and changed me and they saw my full bush. And all the comments were like, girl, they did not need to do
No.
They did not need to change you.
Yeah.
And she was like, what?
Sleep in the party dress. Like,
okay.
No, that's like, maybe call the cops.
Okay. I'm kind of drunk. This live margarita.
I'm not. I have to drive, though.
It's getting to me. Yes. My boyfriend's driving.
Actually, the first time that we got drunk together, we left the bar where we were drinking margaritas, walked to the corner store, because they said last call, we had a margarita, we said, let's order one more.
Yes.
Ran, sprinted to the corner store, chugged.
No, it was Four Locos. It was Four Loko.
Mike's harder. Maybe I had Mike's harder. There's video evidence. Ran back. So maybe don't do that.
Do it. We're besties. Whatever. Okay.
Maybe not if you're, like, in your mid to late 20s. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Next question.
Okay. Do you have any advice for having a friend who isn't I'll restart.
Okay. Bump in the kid. I'm sorry, I'm making a little splotch.
Jude's out of practice.
Go ahead.
Okay, do you have any advice for having a friend who isn't showing up for you in the same way that you are, or just maybe in a way that feels good to you?
Okay, I think that you should answer this one first, because I thought your answer to this was better.
I think...
Okay, I can go
Should
first.
we not do this one?
No, I think it's good. I think my biggest advice is okay, you have two options. You be their friend or you don't. And, like,
agreed.
I think you just accept the person for, like, that role that they give in your life. So, especially when you're, like, curating a new friendship, someone could just, I had a friend, sorry, they know who they are if you watch this, who was, like, perpetually late. Like, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves, late to everything. And I was just like, okay, new rule set, like, I will make plans with you, but you are not my plan. So that is the new rule that we're setting in our friendship. And whatever it may be, if they're not showing up for you in the same way, it's like, you just reassess. They might not be your best friend in the whole world that you confide to and everything, and, you know, whatever. They might just be your going to concerts friend. They might be your going to coffee friend. They might be your whatever friend. And, like, maybe that's all the space that they have for you in their life too. So
yeah. I think, like, saying something to them, like, about how you're feeling.
I guess it depends how close you are.
Okay, something to know about the two of us. I'm always gonna say something. Jude's never gonna say something. And if they aren't receptive, or if you don't say something and you can't live with it, if you can't get over it and just readjust your own, like, expectations of the person, maybe you're just not friends with them, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be friends with someone. If you're not going to be able to get over it without saying something, you should say something. And also, maybe that means they're just not the friend for you. if you're not able to like you said, just like reassess how you see them as a friend. Like maybe they're not your bestie for everything. Maybe they're just a going out friend.
That's okay.
Maybe you see them once every 6 months,
and they might
and you're
see
just
you as that too, and that can be like that can honestly be relieving sometimes when you're like, oh my god, I'm not showing up for this person in the way that I like should be, but like maybe sometimes like a conversation, like you said, or just an unspoken kind of, I don't know, agreement, can be like, oh my god, like okay, I think we're on the same page. Like it can be relieving for both parties. But my question is to you is how to go about a friend breakup, because it kind of like plays off of that question. Yeah, it's true. I feel like we have different approaches. Answers. Totally different.
I would say I think it's hard to just break if you're friends with if it's not like a brand new friendship and you can't just like kind of fade away, like to not say anything for me is nearly impossible. I think like that conversation can be like very daunting and scary,
just even like a romantic breakup.
Totally. But I think like just coming to them like not in an accusatory way and just being like, I think that it's time for me to take a step back from this, and really frame it in a way of like, I'm doing something for myself because I'm in a different place, and not like, you've been a shitty friend, you haven't been doing this, because that just turns the whole thing ugly.
Totally.
And makes it a bigger deal.
It just hurts feelings.
And really, I feel like especially at this stage in our lives, like, it's just okay to not be friends. It's okay to grow out of each other. It's okay to move on. It's okay to be in different areas of your life, wanting different things, and that not aligning. So, as like cliche as it sounds, I think just like I statements. Like, it's like, what are you doing for yourself, and not making it really about the other person.
And I feel like just accepting like feelings might be hurt, but you can't just like prolong like a shitty thing just because you're scared of the other person being hurt.
And it's better to say something that might hurt their feelings to them than to
hear it another way.
They hear it another way, be resenting them. That is ugly in your chest. It festers.
You see them out and you're like, oh, I don't want to see this person, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, instead it's just like, hey, what's up? Okay, we know where we stand. Cool. Like,
especially at this stage in life, I'm like a big proponent of just like being honest and like not blowing things out of proportion.
It's just like, over, done, we're cool.
Yeah.
Mine kind of goes off of, so mine, I don't know, I'm not the honest, like, but Jude, I would say I could count my like super close friendships on one hand, and of course if it was that thing, I don't even think it would be a breakup. It'd be like I need to like fix something exactly like that. But if I'm like mostly, you know, like meeting a new friend, or I would say like within the year of being friends with someone, I know whether they're going to be like a lifelong friend or not, and I think I can establish that relationship like within that time. But a friend breakup, how I'd go about it is like the same way, reassessing like my roles. And I've definitely had friends where we go from being really close and then like I feel like, okay, I need to take a step back from this, and I think it's like assessing those roles, and then also being open that it's not just like we're done, we're never gonna be friends again. It's like, okay, right now we're not like super cool, but then, you know, we could both grow, or you could go through a big life change, I could go through a life change, and then we might be more fitting to be friends in the future, and you can ebb and flow. I think the hardest part is like, obviously everyone knows this, setting boundaries once they've already been broken is like the hardest part, and I think that's where it comes in a lot of the times, is like you don't even know a lot of the times when something is pushing your boundaries until you have to retroactively have that conversation. But it's hard. I don't know, I feel like friendship breakups are harder than boyfriend breakups.
Totally. I've gone through a few.
What's your worst one?
T. Definitely my old roommate.
Banana.
Yeah. Banana.
Similarly to okay, maybe this is bad. Similar to when you break up in a romantic relationship, find a new bestie. Like, when you were going through this thing, make new friends and like get out there and like, and just like, this is my chance to make new friends. And I feel like they say that in relationships too.
She really didn't like that I was making a new friend either.
She did not. Yeah.
Which is a red flag.
Put us closer.
Totally.
But okay, go into that.
Yeah. Also pushed me closer to the boyfriend that she didn't like. And we were living together during COVID in a studio apartment.
Living with friends worked out for us because we're like super smart and amazing and kind and empathetic and beautiful and really understanding people and mature and healed, but
all of the above.
It might not work for everybody. So
I will say, like, it is, now we're just on a tangent, it is important to know which friends you can live with and which friends you can't, and
accept you might never be friends again if you live together.
Right. And it's okay to not live together. That doesn't mean you can't still be friends. It just might be like, oh, we have different.
But you probably will never be the same. Our favorite trait about each other in our friendship.
Oh, and
do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I really admire in Judith that you're just like such a yes man. You're so good at going after the things that you want. TBH, Judith really was the catalyst for this actually getting done. And I mean, even for skiing today, and you're really good at bringing your people along with you. I just admire that you like don't get hung up on like trivial things and really go after what you want. And you've done so many cool things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Aw. Okay. Mine for Lily
Cute.
Is I feel like you follow through on plans, which is like one of my biggest like irks in friendships is like when you text someone and they're like, okay, yeah, you make a plan, even if it's like kind of tentatively, and then it's like, oh, I didn't know that was actually happening. And it's like, no, it's like if we do something, I can, that just comes down to trust, I guess. Is that like I can trust that if we say we're gonna do something, that it's like I can put my effort into doing that because I know that it's actually gonna happen. It's not just like something that's gonna, yeah, exactly like this. It's like, oh, we can order the microphones and we can write a script and we can plan this. It's not just like this thing that I'm like unsure if it's actually gonna happen, because I feel like you're really good with follow through.
Thanks, Judy.
We truly have grown up together.
I know.
And I feel like we were at different stages of that, like especially when you were still in Eugene and then I was in Portland, and like it's okay to be in like different stages of your life. Right now, like we're in a completely different stage, but I feel like meeting each other where you're at, I feel like you're really good at just being like the type of friend that each person needs. Like if you're, you know, you're gonna go do this with this person, that's what they need in the moment, but like sometimes I'm like, I really need you to come here and hold my baby while I knit. You're like, down, I'll be there to do that. So I really appreciate that. And then also my last one is that I feel like if we're not on the same page, and I think this just comes down to being like friends for so long, we can be completely honest if it's like, hey, we're not. I'll be honest, can I tell you one time that happened? When I was like postpartum and Lily hadn't met my baby yet.
I was going to say this was a moment of, I did follow through.
She was like, I'm going to go boating with my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, that really sucks. And she was like, yeah, you're right, that sucks. I'm going to come see you instead. And I was like, growth. I feel like we're like just been friends for so long, and you're so like receptive to it. It's not like if I know that I can just say something very honestly and you're just like, yeah, no, totally, I hear you. It's not like a personal attack. So
yeah, I feel the same back.
Slay.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is long.
If you've made it this far,
why?
I hope you had fun. I hope you had so much fun.
I know. Let us know if you guys liked this.
Yeah, we'll say in the future, we're kind of thinking that for an episode, one of us will kind of present to the other one, maybe like a funny internet moment, some like niche internet drama,
chronically online shit,
and then we can both give commentary.
Mm-hmm.
And we also want to keep doing like Q&A, kind of bestie related friendship conversations. Why is that a thumbs down? This is all positive.
It's like a shake ball.
The 8-ball says not likely to happen.
Fair enough.
Anyway, if anyone is watching and you have something you think that we should talk about, a question that you think we might for some reason be qualified to answer,
please tell us in the comments how proud you are of us for recording this in public.
We
on
did
microphones in the parking lot of a ski resort.
In a parking lot.
With people around.
Sitting on a box.
with microphones.
Again with microphones.
So, we did this for you. I'm drunk.
Be grateful.
I am drunk. So, thanks, guys. My live margarita
Bye,
did me
baby
dirty.
gorgeous.
Bye, baby gorgeous.